welcome to Karen's Kitchen. Today we're going to be baking a family recipe for Lebkuchen. I want to give a shout out to a friend, Connie, who has been making Lebkuchen and bringing them to us for years, so it motivated me to try this family recipe. So we're going to start with 6 eggs. I've already put them into my mixer, 6 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs, and now we're going to start to blend them. Once your 6 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs are mixed, the next ingredient is the sugar. This is 1½ cups of granulated sugar. The next ingredient is going to be 2 sticks of butter that are melted and 3 squares of unsweetened chocolate. This smells so good. In this little ramekin, I have allspice, cinnamon, and clove. And I'm going to put it in with my flour and baking powder. There's 3 cups of baking powder, 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and your spices. And then you're just going to sift them so that they mix well together. I already sifted 1 cup of the flour. Next, we're going to add some wet ingredients. First, 1½ cups of Grandma's molasses, and I have sprayed my liquid measure so that it falls out easily and doesn't get all stuck on the sides. I'm going to pour in the molasses. The next ingredient is dark Karo syrup. If you're trying to find this during the holiday times, this could be a challenge because there has been a run on the grocery stores on dark Karo syrup, and light Karo syrup will not work. So I need 1½ cups of this, again 12 ounces. The next ingredient is 3/4 cup of whiskey. Today we're using Basil Hayden's whiskey, but whatever you have, whatever kind you like, it should work. Turn my mixer back on and add the whiskey. The alcohol in the whiskey will bake out, so you can serve these to children guilt-free. The next ingredient is 2 cups of broken pecans. So I had large pecan halves that I've broken by hand, and I'm going to toss them in. The next ingredient is your dry ingredients. I've got 3 cups of flour, I've got the baking powder, and the spices. I'm going to put it in about 1/2 cup at a time. I have 2 pans, and I'm going to put the batter in the pans. I have a smaller pan and a larger pan, so the smaller pan should cook a little faster. Our pans are prepared to go in the oven. Before I put the batter in, I buttered and floured the pans so that the Lebkuchen would come out easily. So I'll see you over at the oven. My oven has been preheating at 350 degrees convection, so we're ready to put in the 2 trays of Lebkuchen. Put the smaller tray on the top, and a larger tray in the middle. I'm baking on convection, and convection cooks a little quicker, so I'm checking my Lebkuchen because we want to take them out and drop them on the counter so that they don't turn into cake, but they stay thick. I dropped the Lebkuchen on the countertop 3 times to make sure all the bubbles were out, and I put them back in the oven for another few minutes. I'll check them again in about 8 minutes. Our Lebkuchen are ready to come out of the oven and cool off. Look how pretty, and it smells so good. The Lebkuchen have been allowed to cool, and I've cut them in various sizes. Now we're going to make the icing, ice them, and decorate them. So here you have the various sides of Lebkuchen. I'm gonna make the icing and then we're gonna ice and decorate them. So here we go with the icing, just 2 ingredients. We've got sweetened condensed milk, pour it in. And the other ingredient is confectioner's sugar. I've already sifted it into a bowl. There's 3 or 4 cups here, and depending on how stiff you like the icing, we like it stiff so that it hardens into almost like a shell, so that it doesn't seep off the side of your Lebkuchen. So I'm gonna turn this on and start adding in the sifted confectioner's sugar, about 1 cup at a time. So I turned it off so I can scrape down the sides, and then I'm going to turn it back on again. I may need more powdered sugar because I want it to be thick so that it stays on the Lebkuchen. We're ready to ice and decorate the Lebkuchen. Here's a little trick. When you take them out of your pan, flip them over to the underneath side and then ice them. We like a lot. And then just set it back down, and then you can choose if you want to have a pecan or if you want to have a cherry. You can also decide what size you like. My husband likes them large, and I like all kinds of sweets small. Remember to turn it over. That's the right proportion for me. Enjoy your Lebkuchen and Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming to Karen's Kitchen. I'll see you next time. Bye. Enjoy.